We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
Hey, hello.
Hey, buddy. Hey, been a minute.
Yeah, been a minute. Both of us busy.
Yep.
You're just telling me you're taking little Chloe for a walk. I'm here keeping an eye on little Nova Milo. Hello,
Yeah, I got Chloe and Hank. Hank's in my stroller. Chloe's got her little lion in her stroller.
dude. That's the life. I wish I could take a walk too. It's cold and it's raining out here, so
Oh yeah, but
the weather's been a little
beautiful rain.
crazy. Yeah, but well, yeah, man. Like you said, it's been a little while. Both of us have been, super busy with work and everything like that. And see, any new movies that you've watched? I have a couple things to chat about, but first,
Yeah, yeah, I got at least one movie I could mention. So when Chloe was born, she was staying. We were having to. She would not be put down for anything, or at least that was the way it was shaking out for us. And so we would take 2-hour shifts staying up holding her.
yeah,
That was pretty tough. Hank sleeps really good. Um, and but he does have this every night. He'll have one kind of belligerent window where he doesn't want to go down.
yeah,
And so during that window, I'll turn on a little movie, and I thought I was trying to think about what to watch, and for whatever reason, I got back on like the best picture kick, and I
yeah.
went all the way back to number two, the second best picture ever, the Academy Award for. And I watched what I watched was um, it's called Broadway Melody.
Broadway Melody. I've never seen that.
Yeah, and it's one of those that doesn't seem like it gets that much attention, but it's now in the kind of the public domain. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Is it
And
one of those where people are like, "Oh, why did this movie win?"
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the discourse is about it. Hey Clay, let's turn around here. And the
I got you, son.
the thing is, it's not that great though. From my opinion, it's not very good. It's from like 29, so it's very
Oh,
old.
okay. Is it a silent picture?
It's not silent. I think Wings is the only silent picture to win before the talkies were there.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a musical. It's kind of like a musical, but
Okay.
basically, here's the thing. Here's something weird that happened. So when I was trying to pick out Hank's name, I wanted it to be something that was not unisex. I wanted it to be like just a man's name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow, dude. So you're saying, wow, commenting on
No, no,
David
no, no.
Overmyer. Wow, dude.
I'm
Really?
not, dude. I'm not at all. That's not what I was saying. Look, your
Wow.
son's name is awesome. He's gonna wear it well. I just was telling you about my process, and so I was trying to pick something like that. And I thought finally I was like, well, Hank was. I felt like Hank was like that. Like
Yeah.
I've never, ever, 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 ever heard of anybody even toying with the idea of naming their daughter Hank. But the female protagonist, Sam, of this 1929 movie was named Hank.
Hank. Okay.
I'm not kidding, dude. And it gets better. It gets more magnificating. The antagonist in the movie was named Warner.
What?
I was like, what is happening? Am I getting punked right now?
Did
But
you know that before?
I had no idea. I knew exactly zero things about this movie other than that one Best Picture. It's in the public domain. I could find it on YouTube. I watched it. It was
Yeah.
melodramatic. It had crummy songs. It had, I mean, I wasn't not entertained.
Yeah.
Like I was like interested in it, but it was yeah to me not one of the greats, not one of the greats. But it was cool to watch. It was cool to watch another piece of cinema history.
It's funny that you're saying that it was a very magnoliating moment, right?
Hmm.
I had something similar happen to me that was pretty strange. Unfortunately, it doesn't involve a movie, but it does involve movie popcorn. So there we go. It relates to movies in some way.
Okay.
Anyways, we had a conference there at work, right? And so they had these movie popcorn bags, right? Like, and
You have the best job ever. Once again, pausing to say.
they're sealed, right? They're sealed, and
Yeah.
it tells you about, I forget what they're called, the brand, but what I love about that brand is that the people who work at the company that make the popcorn and all that, they are autistic adults, so
Okay.
they employ adults who are autistic, and for
Very cool.
on every bag, right? You
Uh-huh.
have in the back of it, and I didn't realize it initially, but it wasn't until later on when in the back of the every bag there's a person's name and then their story, and each person
Uh-huh.
that they say, right, is a worker there, right? And so
Very cool.
we got in line, right, and they were like, okay, everyone grab one bag, each just grab it while you're going, getting your snacks. And
Yep.
so I was given my one bag and I took a seat, right? And then at the end of the conference, one of the ladies in charge was like, "Hey Sam, would you like an extra bag? We have a few extras." And I was like, "Oh, sure, I'll take it for my wife." And
Nice.
so I grabbed it, right? And I'm driving, stuck in traffic, as usual, driving home, and I take a look at these bags, and that's when I noticed that on the back of the bag is a person's name and their story. And
Hmm.
what do you know? The first bag I looked at, can you guess the name of the person?
Nova Milo?
No.
Should I guess again?
Yes.
Hank Warner?
No. No. So the first
Pete
bag,
Henderson?
no. The first bag was Samuel, right? It was my name. And I
That's
was
your
like,
name.
yeah, I was like, what the heck? I was reading the guy's story, whatever. And so then I looked at the back of the other one. Can you guess what the other person's name was on the other bag, the second bag?
Kalunga. Kalunga.
No,
Was it Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Dude, that is pretty crazy.
How crazy is that?
And so you didn't eat the popcorn, but you kept it forever.
No, well, Vanessa and I, we're gonna keep the bags, but we did open up both popcorns because they're two different, flavors, and very, very good popcorn, by the way.
Do you remember
Um,
when the Coke did the names in the bottles?
oh, that was great.
It was genius, first of all.
That was whoever came up with that marketing
Yeah.
was just like, my God, like that's genius. That's top level. That's like Mad Men type,
Yeah,
well,
right.
Mad Men. That's
Yeah.
that's great marketing. But dude, I have a couple things I wanted to talk about. But since it's fresh on my mind, I was going to mention. So, I know how you don't watch TV shows, but I do know that you did watch Beef season one, right?
I did not watch Beef. Lori loved it.
Oh, did you watch the second or did she watch the second season?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so I look, I was worried going into it that it was just going to be a repeat, right? And that, they were just going to kind of repeat certain themes or whatever, and of course, obviously at the center of this thing is a beef, right? But
Yeah.
what I love about the second season is that it is not a repeat of season one.
It's a beef between Kaylee Spaney and Melton. What's his name? Melton?
No, no, no. So I will say the thing I love about it is also a complaint I have about it, and the what I love about it is that it is very layered, but I also think it's kind of a mess. And I looked at the episodes, and there's eight episodes compared to 10. And I do think that if they had gone with the two more episodes, I think we could have gotten a little bit more character depth and more motivation. Regardless, Carey Mulligan, Oscar Isaac, everyone in this show is great. The grandmother from Minari is in it in
Oh
a
wow!
very important role, and that is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, did
It's
she win? She won the Oscar for that
she
movie,
won
didn't
the
she?
Oscar, yeah.
That is so cool, and it makes me so happy. Well, good.
Yeah, I dude, it look, like I said, it's not as good as the first season, but man, oh man, Vanessa and I binged it over the weekend. We were just like having a ball with it. It is so much fun. Yeah, it's really really great time. But yeah, man. So that's we just wrapped that up, and I was gonna talk about another movie, but I'll let you go first, dude. Anything else you watched?
Let's see. I guess I'll real quick say that we've been rewatching the Toy Stories with Chloe. She saw
All
two
right.
and three and four for the first time, and I ended up missing most of four because I had some car issues I had to deal with. But two and three, watching those again. We had watched one like a couple of months ago. I think, bro. I think my ranking in order of greatest to least is one, two, three, four.
One, two, three,
I
four. Okay.
yeah, I think I would have said three above two in the past,
Yeah.
but I think on this rewatch, for me, I liked them one, two, three, four. But I will say also, it's an unpopular opinion on my part that four is truly great. I
It
mean,
is.
obviously,
No, it is. It is.
okay, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to five. I'm really looking forward to taking Chloe to see five. And
So, speaking of Toy Story, did you know that Toy Story 5 is I think Fandango's, because people vote on their most anticipated summer movie.
mhm.
It's the most anticipated summer movie of
Let me
2026.
ask you real quick. I remember we did our lists. Have you seen any of your most anticipated of 2026 yet? That we talked about
Oh
episodes.
man, I would have to go back and really. Oh wait, no no no. I would have to go back and think about it now. Um, I think the only one I watched was 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple,
Okay. Yeah,
if
that's
I'm
right.
not mistaken.
So, and more to come. Still plenty more to come.
Yeah,
I don't think any of mine yet. So,
yeah. So I was going to talk about. So, all right, a few years back. Oh, okay, Papash, I got you, son. A few years back, Gil and I, we went to the movies and we ended up watching a movie called Evil Dead Rise, right?
oh, good. It's the story. Okay.
Okay. So we ended up going to go watch. Hey, son, it's okay. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy.
All right.
You're okay.
That's,
We ended up watching a movie called Evil Dead Rise, right? Oh, I
yeah.
think he's done with it. And we watched it, and there's only ever been two horror movies that has scared the crap out of me, right? To the point where I've had nightmares about it, right? The first one is Hereditary, and the
Okay.
second one is Evil Dead Rise, right? And so I remember that night I went home, fell asleep, had freaking nightmares. The next
Mm,
morning, I called up Gil to tell him about my nightmare. But
mm-hmm.
before I could tell him, he was
Oh,
like, dude, last night I had a
oh,
freaking nightmare about that movie. And I was like, me too. That's why I was calling you. We had a shared experience of having this, like being just kind of traumatized by this movie.
the
And
Evil Dead. It's called Evil Dead.
Evil Dead Rise, that was the movie we watched.
I
Yeah.
thought this. I thought this was like a comedy or something.
No, 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 no. The earlier ones are, but as they went on, the modern ones, they're more serious.
That's funny. Okay, and it gave
I
you
mean,
both.
they do have some humor in it, right? Like some bodily humor, right? Where it's like, guts or whatever. But for the most part, this is a straight up like horror movie. And we were just like okay, who is this guy directing it? And his name was Lee Cronin. And so Gil and I were looking forward to watching The Mummy, right? By the way, we went to go watch it at the Draft House. And
Nice.
dude, we got there like maybe an hour before we sat
Yes.
down. We had ourselves. He was like, "Okay, I'll buy first round." And I was like, "All right, I'll buy second round." And he was like, "I'll buy third round." We bought a few rounds of beers, and he was like, "No, dude, like let me buy you some food." And I was like, "You don't have to." But he was like, "No, we gotta, eat." So he ended up buying us some food, dude. And look, the movie, first of all, the movie's too long. I mean, over 2 hours is too long. But I will say, dude, we had a good time. Like,
That's it.
we didn't fall
During
asleep.
the meal, I mean, you can't lose.
Yeah, we didn't fall asleep, nothing like that. There's a lot of very gross out moments, very funny moments. I will say I will never, like, I will always think of this movie whenever I'm cutting my nails. That's all I'm gonna
Okay.
say,
That's
dude.
a little teaser for the potential audiences there.
Yeah,
Hey, I
I mean,
still want to know how his daughter ended up in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus.
well, I mean, do you want me to tell you?
I guess not. I mean, I'm good. I don't even know if I can garner up that much interest, but I'm glad you had a good time.
Well, I will say for those who are interested, w- should you go watch this in theaters? I will say no. I think it's a perfectly fine film to watch. Maybe like on a Friday night, Saturday night. You're at
Look,
home. You're
yeah,
like,
look, if you've got like Movie Pass or you've got unlimited movies,
yeah,
you're just a single Pringle, you just love going to the movies, go see them
yeah,
all. Let's see this one too. But maybe not anything if you got to hire a sitter, don't break down the door for Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
exactly, dude. I mean, overall, it was. Now we do have an ongoing little kind of joke, or I would say we can't stop laughing about it. Um, there is.
Get it in?
Let me see here. There is a an old lady in this movie. Bless her heart. I will say prayers for her. I cannot believe the to what extent they go uh, to put her in harm's way. I'm
Oh
trying
my
to choose
goodness.
my I'm trying to choose my words wisely. Yeah, bless her heart.
Is she the
Both.
fingernail lady?
What's that?
Is she the fingernail lady?
It was a toenail.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
no. Although she is part of the scene, but no. I Yeah, me, Gil, and I, we're just like just laughing our butts off, like just kind of like, oh my God, I cannot believe I will give them credit, okay? I've never seen them uh like go as far as they did in relation to like an old person, okay? Uh Usually the victims are younger people, but I will give them credit. It was, oh man, I'll never forget that.
Okay. Wow. Sounds like it was quite an experience.
Yeah, I mean it was, dude. It was. Ooh, the AT&T guy is here. I'm getting AT&T fiber. So.
Oh, congrats, man. I guess. I don't know. AT&T gave me a hard time when I contracted them for my internet.
Oh, do you have AT&T?
I did. I don't anymore. Thank goodness.
Really? What did you have? Like
Now
what?
I have T-Mobile.
Oh, you have T-Mobile? Did you switch
Mhm.
over because of me?
No, I don't think so. It's just the cheapest option in this area. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so actually we switched phone carriers because T-Mobile raised our prices like to like I don't know, like 330 with internet
Mm.
and everything. And so
Mm.
now we're gonna be spending. We got all new phones, and everything like that, and our monthly bill is gonna be like 200. So,
Nice.
especially with the little one going into daycare, we're gonna have to. Okay, Babash, we're gonna have to cut back on some things. You know what I mean? Take 2 hours.
I don't think a horror movie's ever given me nightmares that I can remember in terms of. Well, I guess when I was a kid, I was pretty sensitive to movies and
Yeah,
nightmares, but I don't remember like sitting down and watching a horror movie. And then I do remember like I shared already with like weapons. It didn't give me nightmares, but
yeah, but it gave you like this ugly feeling, right?
it had, but only because of circumstances that followed,
Yeah.
deeply magnoliating circumstances. You know, I did get a little superstitious that night. I gotta admit, I was not my most rational self.
I mean, do you still feel like that towards this movie or towards weapons?
I would say so. Like I would just be like, the there's the way I love in the Magnolia monologue where it says, you know, it's about Delmer when he attacked that card dealer played by Patton Oswalt,
Yeah.
and the next day he accidentally like fished his body out of the
Yeah.
water with his firefighting plane, and he says the this the weight the guilt and the weight of a coincidence so large, he took his life. Just
Wow.
that line, the weight of the coincidence so large, and that's kind of what it felt like. I
Hey,
was like,
so and I was about to say quiz for you, Magnolia quiz, but I can't remember what exactly it was. Okay, do you remember that scene whenever he ends up, offing himself, and then the camera zooms in on the wall, right? You see the blood splatter, but it zooms in on the what was it, the was it the Bible verse? Is that what it was?
I
On
don't
the
remember.
painting?
I know Exodus, a Bible verse from Exodus shows up multiple times in the movie.
I think
Uh,
that was the first time that it showed it.
and I
Like it
think it's
showed up.
a verse about the sins of the father being
Yeah.
visited second and third generation, and or it may be just the plague. It may be just the plague.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I can't
Dude.
remember. I have to
Oh my
research.
gosh. That movie. And I'm
Have you?
sorry, folks, but like, you talking about the plague. I always remember the film about, because of the frogs, right? But like, I forget how spiritual a film it is, right? How very biblical it is. And then, it's raining frogs, just like, whenever, in Moses during that time. Like, ah, man. If you had to say, Mitch, if you had to say, which of the characters is closest to being like, I guess Moses, right? Like, which character is like our
Okay, so yeah, the plagues are invoked. So who maybe is Moses in the movie?
yeah, in
That's
the movie. If you had to say, I'm not saying that's what they're trying to do with it, but if you had to say which one would it be?
wow. Wow. Yeah, because in terms of, I almost kind of feel like who sees the burning bush in this movie? Is it Philip Seymour Hoffman? Does he see the burning bush? Does he organize to set his people free? Mm, John C. Riley is too hapless, maybe. That's a good question, Sam. I'd really have to think about it. I don't know if there is one, but I like the question and where it leads my brain.
Well, think on it. I want you to think on it. Maybe in the next episode, you can give me your answer if you even have an answer. But
A question I wasn't expecting.
but transitioning into the Magnolia, man. I know that we've been discussing it, and folks, May 2nd, it's going to be on my birthday. That's the planned release date for the album.
We're
Mitch
gonna
has
do
been.
an episode about it. There's no doubt about it.
Uh, so how do you want to do the episode? Do you just want to like
I just wanna talk about it. I wanna after it releases, I wanna listen to it, and I just wanna just talk
okay,
through the track, talk through like get some insider information. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty
okay.
excited about it.
Well,
Who
yeah,
is the
yeah,
voice
I mean,
on the
yeah.
album?
Mitch helped out with the album cover, which I'm really happy with. That's gonna be the album cover. He did an awesome job, and then dude, I'm looking forward to hearing your little monologue, dude. I keep on reminding myself that I have to watch the first scene. And Mitch, I'm gonna have to end. this because the AT&T guy is calling me. So, folks, till the next episode.
Peace.